I actually noticed somebody said that you know, Earl Spence needed a promoter. And what's funny is right after that was said by somebody, that Al Haymon, two of his fighters have now been attached to promoters. This your boy CJ Goodfellow in Boxing Clinic and more. We're talking boxing. Carl Frampton signed with Upstart MTK, and Danny Jacobs signed with Matchroom Eddie Hearn. Now Al and Eddie have a good relationship, working relationship, and that's fine and dandy. But you know, it seems like more and more Al Haymon fighters are now starting to get promotional homes. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more of the guys find promotional homes. You know, Luis Ortiz went over to Eddie Hearn for a minute. Lou DiBella got Deontay Wilder. Erickson Lubin just signed with Lil Wayne's sports group or whatever. I'll speak on that tomorrow, learn a little bit more about it. You know, now these guys are starting to, attach themselves with promoters. And basically what promoters are able to do, they're able to build a fighter, a foe, for the fans to believe that can beat one of the other guys or whatever like that. They supposed to help the fighters map out their careers. They make fights. They have guarantees in their contract. It's kind of more to support the fighter, but you're obligated to do certain things, you know. And they kind of have the final say so on what your next boxing move is, which Al Haymon has that power over them, but he doesn't have to flex it. They know what Al doing is best for them. But now it seems like most of his guys, are starting to sign promotional deals, and I wonder if Terrence Crawford and Keith Thurman possibly could be next. I don't know. Maybe something big is about to go down. That's about to change in boxing, where most of these guys want to be with promoters now. Now, most people like to see Gary Russell, Earl Spence with promoters. They can't get the fights. You know, usually PBC rotates promoters. So I don't know what's going on, or if this is just a flash in the pan, because it was said that Carl Frampton was going to just let Al Haymon manage his career and then move on. But Carl Frampton wanted something to fight at certain places, and I think the promoter that he signed with, he felt confident that he gonna fight in these big venues that he wants to fight with and deliver the fights that he want to deliver. And he's still gonna be with Al Haymon, because you remember most of Al Haymon fighters were with Golden Boy, and for whatever reason it worked out well until Oscar started shaming the company with his coke and fishnet and whatever habits that he had. So now maybe Al Haymon and Showtime and Stephen Espinoza want to rub shoulders with Eddie Hearn. Maybe he's the choice, the new Oscar for them. And we'll see. You will see. We see a lot of these guys are, signing deals with HBO. Maybe they want to work with him. HBO want to work with Al again. That's what it looks like on a consistent basis. This dude is playing chess, and the rest of these dudes is really playing, hungry hippos. That's how far, up and beyond Al Haymon is. And I think he wants to start, changing the landscape of boxing again. Is it the end of PBC? Possibly so. You bring promoters in and make deals with HBO, and maybe the HBO pipeline is open, and maybe this could be the death of PBC. Because now the doors of HBO is back open. And now it's Showtime, HBO, and that's what he just needs the platform. He doesn't need the Fox and CBS dates, and he can moonlight the Fox and CBS dates. They're not giving him enough dates to really, keep up with the amount of fighters that he does have under his management team. Now with promoters, they're able to close different TV deals, and they're able to work with the networks a little bit closer, to get more TV dates. And most of the fights on PBC is now being showed on Showtime. It's only certain fights that Fox and CBS wants, and they have approval committee at ESPN. Bob Arum has full reign of whatever fights he wants to put on ESPN. They say they have an approval team, but he puts on whatever fights he wants to put on. I'm very sure seldom fights from Bob Arum and ESPN gets turned down. So with Al, he don't have that green light with HBO and Fox to put on anything. They like the Santa Cruz and Adam Mars separate co-feature. They bought it. Showtime didn't want it, but Fox bought it. Even better. So with HBO opening up more fight dates and seem like they want to reinvest in boxing and rekindle a flame with Al Haymon, it seems like the wealth will be spreaded. And I think the ones that will be hurt if you start back working with HBO, it will be Showtime. You know, it will be Showtime. They ones gonna be hurting, but they can't break off their relationship with Al Haymon because it is what it is. Without him, it's no Showtime. And with HBO, they figure out without Al Haymon and without Bob Arum, they don't have nothing. So they got to work with somebody. And why not work with the guy with the most fighters in the game, Al Haymon? So it's gonna be interesting to see how this shake out. But we gone.